Humans. They started to notice something was happening around the early 1970s. Well, the government, at least. The survivors, those poor, lucky few, told stories no one should have believed. And yet, evidence was there. Just enough to keep their stories from being dismissed outright. Just enough to make them afraid. The incidents were rare, isolated, destruction without cause, people vanishing without explanation, easy enough to cover up, and really, who could blame them? They had no idea what they were dealing with. How could they? Without any real knowledge, keeping it under wraps wasn't just convenient, it was necessary. They only had one connection to follow: the cars. At first, they thought they understood. They believed power was the cause. It was the height of the muscle car era, horsepower climbing higher, speed pushing further than ever before. They saw the trend, the pattern, and placed their sights on it, theorizing, convincing themselves that this power, this excess, was attracting something. They thought they had the answer, built themselves an illusion of control. But tell me, have you fallen for a misconception lately? Now, the manufacturers and governments, they worked hand in hand. Regulations were written, fuel crises were engineered, environmental and safety concerns were emphasized, reinforced, and weaponized. Public narratives were carefully shaped, built to make the shift feel inevitable, justified, necessary. It was all so well planned, so carefully executed, and to their credit, it had an effect. The incidents became rarer. The world changed for a time. They thought they'd won. But their assumptions were flawed, their understanding tragically incomplete, because the truth is, the problem was never what they thought it was. This blind arrogance led them toward a reckoning they were never prepared for. Oh, shit.
going to bring the whole house down. What do? We can't just sit here. It's going to kill us.
Her car. She left it run. There has to be a reason. Take the kids and keep them here. Don't open the door for anything unless it's me. Sam, let me have that flashlight.
Dad, what are you doing?
Just stay here and keep your mom and sister safe. I'm counting on you. I'm gonna lure it outside. Trust me.
Tell him you can't.
I have to. We don't have another choice. All right. Come on, you big bastard. Hey! Over here, you ugly piece of junk! Come and get me!
Looks like you always pull left when you try to brake, don't you? Come on, old girl. Show me that weak spot. That got your attention. Alright, Judy, it's time for us to finish this. You may be a tough one, Belle, but you are not a 455. That's what happens with old Chevys. As they age, the transmission seals start to fail. Just takes a little push to break them completely. That's why you're seizing up. Southern Belle. It's time to let go.
Thank you. I don't even know what to say. You saved us.
You're welcome. But honestly, you saved yourselves. That mirror trick? Smart thinking. Maybe you've got what it takes to be a mechanic yourself.
Why haven't you destroyed it yet? That thing nearly killed us. Just smash it so it can't hurt anyone ever again.
Honestly, Sam has a point. Whatever it takes to make sure nothing like this happens again.
When the police get here, they'll take care of the destruction, if that's your choice. That would be a real shame, though. A 56 is rare enough, let alone how unique this one is.
Why would anyone want it? It's junk! After everything it did, why would you even look at this thing?
You see this? That's the yellow paint from parking blocks and bollards. Probably from a gas station.
Wait. I remember my mom telling us about that. When she was little, she bolted out of the car and smashed the door into something. She was terrified how mad Grandpa was going to be when he found out. I remember him cracking jokes about it on Thanksgiving to see how embarrassed it would make her.
And this chip and dent was made by something round, tubular, like a small pipe had jabbed the car.
My handlebars. I was visiting Grandma and Grandpa, and they always told me to stay away from the car, but I couldn't help it. I loved playing around it. That was the same day they made me wear that silly dress. Grandma never noticed. I was probably the last one to ever sit in the back.
The car, she didn't do anything. She was loved so much by them for their whole lives. After your grandfather passed, your grandmother kept that love because it was theirs together. It was a part of them she didn't let go of. The Gremlins, they don't really mean any harm either. They were drawn by that love. They crave it. Mischievous, they tinker and mess with things, like children wanting attention. But when your grandmother passed, that love wasn't there anymore. That gremlin got lost in the neglect. Eventually, when left like that, they become iron-bound. What was once love is now tainted. It twists and distorts and turns to lash out in its loneliness. The deeper the love, the longer the time spent corrupting, the worse it gets. We are the ones who stop loving. We move on. We hate. We neglect. We get frustrated. We lose interest. We are the ones who forget. But still remembers everything. Every scratch. Every dent. Every scar. It's all still there. She remembers all of it. Don't forget what this meant to them. It's part of their story. And yours.
Maybe you should go ahead and keep this. It sounds like you can really appreciate what this really meant to them. And to me.
Look, maybe we don't need to destroy it. Maybe, what if we tried to fix it up? Hammer out all the dents, clear off all the rusty spots, make it like a brand new car. Isn't that the root problem?
I'll give you 10 grand cash for her, as is.
We'll probably need some time to process all this.
Yeah, I'd imagine you do. In case you didn't know, the foundation will take care of all the damage to the house and the neighborhood if need be. That's one thing you don't have to worry about. But don't hesitate to call me if you decide it's best. She is quite the Southern belle.
Beneath the weight of progress, a quieter truth remains. In every crack and broken line, a memory sustains. The roads once filled with stories, now stretch in empty gray. Yet something lingers in the rust that time cannot betray. In the fading, there's a fire, a stubborn thread that won't expire. Through battered frames and fractured light, the echoes sing of a forgotten life.
フォルム一新、操作感も進化。されどマスタングに変わらぬものが一つある。それは走る喜びそのもの。新しきマスタングコンパーチブル LX、 そして GT。 共通しているのはいずれもこれがマスタングだということ。ハベットのジュディ、シットボーイクスライフエピソード3、1986年式マスタング LX 編。